how confident were you guys about planning the destination wedding, and how do you feel about that now?
I think we were relatively confident,
Yeah.
but now we're definitely more confident. Like being here, seeing it before, it definitely makes a huge difference.
What specifically did being here in person help you understand that you felt like you couldn't figure out online?
Well, I think just like proximity, like the resort is huge, so seeing it like it looks bigger on the map, and then actually walking like to the lobby, let's say from our room, you're like, okay, it's really not that bad. We can walk and not just take the trolley. So seeing things, I think just visualizing, and then like the ceremony places too, like seeing where it is on the resort property makes a difference.
Yeah.
I think accessibility. I mean, yeah, just like
Yeah.
she was saying, really just, I mean, all the pictures, you can look at all of them. They all look, it's all going to be the best shots of the best angles. Like until I can walk from here to the coffee shop, or so I can walk from here to whatever, the closest restaurant.
Yeah.
Like I won't know. Like I was even telling you on the way here, like we didn't realize how spread out it was. But then when we started walking, we're like, oh, it's not even that's spread out. So yeah, just accessibility for us, and then what our guests would want.
Yeah.
What we think they would enjoy at least.
Yeah.
Has this trip helped you narrow down what's the most important thing for your wedding?
Yeah, I think it's probably like confirmed some things for us that we thought were important factors, and then it just kind of like defined that a little bit more.
Yeah, or even eliminated some things that we thought would be more important. Maybe stuff eliminated, like, oh, well, this we don't want that though, so let's put that towards the bottom of.
Yeah. Generally speaking, when you started, was there a number one priority now, and has that changed?
I think it's probably stayed the same.
It stayed roughly the same. We've been able to go to resorts before, so it's like we've kind of seen like, okay, this is what the food's going to be like at this place. And I think it's roughly stayed the same because we knew what coming in. This is what we've enjoyed so far, and now we just got to put it on a grander scale.
Was there any moment during this trip, maybe saw a venue or something like that, you're like, hey, this feels like us?
I think we know like we want to be outside versus inside.
What's been your biggest surprise from this experience?
With the places we've been so far, I kind of thought it would be a little bit busier, which we think is a great thing because this is the time frame that we're going to be, or the time of year we're going to be doing ours.
What did you expect this trip to be, and what did it actually turn out to be?
I think it turned out to be exactly what we expected.
Yeah.
Like informational, productive. I think just cleared up some questions just in general of what it would look like.
At least the foundational stuff. Like the the stuff right away that we're not going to like, and the stuff that we're like, oh, I would like if we did have this.
You didn't think it was going to be a bunch of sales pitches and like that type
No.
of thing, right?
Never really got
I
that
didn't
feeling.
think that. Yeah.
We've been a part of a timeshare
right,
whole
right. We're not
thing,
doing
and it
that.
was like,
Yeah.
you can just, you're just ready to get out of there. We've never felt that way.
So
No.
there's some other engaged couples on this trip with you guys as well. How has meeting other engaged couples helped you throughout the planning process? I think they were asking a lot of questions and that kind
Yeah,
of
it was nice to hear them ask those questions. Just to kind of things to think about for us too.
Right.
So just comparing, I guess, is nice.
stuff. Yeah. What part of the trip gave you the most clarity about your wedding vision?
I mean, I think just the tour of the property really did help more than anything else we've done.
Yeah.
Just seeing like what's possible at the locations.
Did you find value in trying the food?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I guess trying the food is also very
And
important.
back to the accessibility portion of it, like knowing how we're going to be able to operate a wedding, or like at least how our people are going to operate when they're here. Like, I want it to be as easy as possible for them as well as us.
Yeah.
So overall, has this trip changed the way you see the whole destination wedding planning process?
I think it's changed.
No, I think it's
And
just like confirmed it's not gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
think
great.
I think it's
Like
going
I
to be
feel
easier
like
than we thought.
It seems like a daunting process, wedding planning in general. But I thought this would be an easier process, and it feels like it is.
If you had to sum up the preview your ideal experience in one sentence,
Enjoyable and educational. That's what that comes
Yeah.
to mind for me.
We actually enjoyed it more, I think, than we thought we would, knowing that we didn't have to make any kind of decision the day of.
Yeah.
It's like we can just get knowledge and not have to really do much else. Just learn everything from what we're being around. And
were you hesitant or skeptical of what preview your idea is?
No.
No.
it's
Okay.
like we already were looking, especially her, into what we were going to be kind of getting into with as far as negotiating stuff down the line. Once we want to get a guest list like locked in, like we kind of had some general
Well, yeah,
knowledge.
because we've talked.
Right,
to
y'all had already been
dates,
talking, so it helped made me feel better. Like once we had
Yeah.
something before coming down here, not just going, oh, what else can we do?
Yeah, you had a friend that's considering a destination wedding, and you were going to describe what preview your idea is to them. What would you tell them?
A site visit before, like
Mm-hmm.
you choose your resort. Yeah, you get to see the resort. You see the areas of where the options
I
are
think
for
you
weddings.
definitely are able
Food
to
tasting.
acquiring great information the entire time. I'm going to feel better leaving this than before.
Yeah,
I do.
absolutely.
I'll come out here with way more confidence
Yeah.
Yeah.
and understanding.
Yeah. Do you think anything changed about like what you think your guests are looking for at all?
I'm kind of factored in as we're just going through the process, really. Like for my friend group, her closest friends, what our parents, like, I'm
Yeah.
considering that every time, every step I take when we're walking through here, like, oh, we are like taking notes, like mental notes, walking just through the courtyard, walking like, where's the closest trolley spot at the other place,
Yeah.
like, things like that we're
Yeah.
taking note
I
of.
mean, having experienced this resort so far in person, and I know you're going to see another resort, but so far, do you think there was a mix-up in how the resort presents itself online or in reviews or anything that you knew about it beforehand compared to when you're now here? How did the perception before translate to now being here?
Yeah. Well, the rooms are so nice. Because I was looking that up online. They look, and now I know that we're in the newer rooms that they're renovating. But I think that was really nice. And again, I thought it was a lot more spread out than I thought than once we got here. So
Yeah.
that was like a really nice surprise because it was a lot easier to walk.
For here, the beach is definitely prettier than
Oh,
without seeing it before.
Yeah,
of course,
this
I'm
side.
pleasantly surprised. So,
Yeah. So nice.
yeah, this one's that's the bar.